Hello everyone, and thank you very much for taking time out of your day to click on this video. And the Vancouver Canucks are in trouble. But we already knew, kind of. So 7-3 for the Toronto Maple Leafs on the night against the Vancouver Canucks, in a night where it was complete and utter domination, in a way. So the first period wasn't very much a dominant performance from the Toronto Maple Leafs, in the scoreline at least. Austin Matthews relatively early on gets the goal on a delayed penalty call. Tanner Pearson replies, and then Jason Spezza with his first goal of the night, which would be a recurring theme. And that was it for the first. So looking at the game as a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I feel sorry for Vancouver. Obviously, they've lost key pieces in Jacob Markstrom. They've lost key pieces in Christopher Tanev. Yes, they have added Nate Schmidt, which is a good addition. They've added Braden Holtby, which as a backup wouldn't be a bad option. But they still haven't found the starter, Vancouver. Who's going to be the starter between Thatcher Demko and Braden Holtby? It probably is and should be Thatcher Demko, but Braden Holtby hasn't been good. Thatcher Demko hasn't been good, and then you've got no one to fall back on. The problem with the Vancouver Canucks, at least in this game, because I haven't seen every single one of their games, is the defense. 19 shots, 3 goals. That's very good performance on any night, but it doesn't tell you the entire story. Defensively, the forwards aren't doing enough. Defensively, the defensemen aren't doing enough, very obviously. And they're taking way too many penalties, taking 5 penalties, only allowing 1 goal though. However, allowing 2 on the delayed penalty call. Physically, Vancouver's fine. 27 hits tonight, they're blocking shots. But it's an intangible that they are missing. I don't know if it's leadership. I don't know if it is something on the ice that they are missing. If it is discipline, it definitely is discipline in some way. But where do you go from here if you're Vancouver? Your record is 6-8-0, which early on in the season, still having to play lots of games and injuries will start to set in. Players will start to tire out. Is it too early for the Vancouver Canucks to wave goodbye any playoff hopes? Maybe. The problem with Vancouver is not their players. Well, it is in the way they are performing, but it's not the talent that they have at their disposition. You look at JT Miller, Brock Besser, Bo Horvat, Nils Hoglander, in my opinion, has had, and not just my opinion, he objectively and subjectively has had a good start to the season. Quinn Hughes is a great player. Elias Pettersson obviously is normally one of the best centers in the league. But this season, they're just lacking something. They might lack one player. It might be one player for all we know. Thatcher Demko and Braden Holtby. I don't know if I've already mentioned this because it's a 5th or 6th take I've made of this video. It's on paper it's a good tandem, but 8-11 save percentage for Thatcher Demko today. Braden Holtby has been past it for a few years now. Thatcher Demko isn't a Jacob Markstrom quality goalie, even though Jacob Markstrom hasn't had the best of seasons so far on paper either. It's not a good look for Vancouver so far, but that is not to take away from the Toronto Maple Leafs, who run the Vancouver Canucks amok tonight. 37 shots, 7 goals, a hat-trick for Jason Spezza, a 3-point night for Mitch Marner, a 3-point night for William Nylander, 2 goals for Austin Matthews, 2 assists for Jake Muzzin and Morgan Rielly. So the team is performing currently. The team is performing despite the defensive frailties still. Conceding 3 goals on 19 shots, not a great look. However, Toronto is winning. That's what the fans have been asking for. Just win. It doesn't matter if it's a beautiful win. It doesn't matter if it's an ugly win. If a win is a win. And obviously you would rather have a convincing, beautiful win, but a win is a win. Nick Pitan, or Patan, I've never been quite sure on how to pronounce that name, comes back into the lineup on the 4th line, gets an assist on the night on a beautiful saucer pass for Jason Spezza's second goal, I think it was. Or was it his first? No, his second goal indeed. Travis Dermott comes back into the lineup instead of Mikko Lehtinen. Rasmus Sandin still can't find game time. That is a problem that needs to be addressing, but that's a matter for an entire different time. Everyone's looking good on Toronto except Jimmy Vesey and Frederik Andersen. There's not much to say about Toronto, to be fair. They won 7-3 convincing. It was more what Vancouver did wrong, more so than what Toronto did right, even though Toronto was a very, very good team. They just played like people expect Toronto to play, with the talent that they have to offer themselves, especially going forwards. I don't know what much more there is, what more there is to say, honestly. It's Vancouver's in trouble, and I feel sorry for Vancouver fans. You have an exciting team with exciting talent, but something is not clicking. Toronto wins, so that's good for me personally and for all the Toronto fans. But yeah, where does Vancouver go from here? That is the question in my mind that I fail to answer. I fail to find a suitable answer to what Vancouver does from here, what they change, if they change the lines completely, if they go defense first, if they trade away someone. If so, who will that be? Do you trade away Thatcher Demko or Braden Holtby after signing a Braden Holtby in free agency just a few months prior? No idea. I have no idea. But that is it for this video. I am making quite a few other videos as we speak. I've got a few ready to be filmed, or nearly ready to be filmed rather. Some in my head that I can do once I have access to my recording room as I would normally have. But if you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving the video a like. Please consider giving the video, the channel rather, a subscribe. Thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far, and I will talk to you very soon.